Today we got a review for the Sentinel Comics RPG Starter Kit. The kit has 4 main parts, an abbreviated rulebook, a substantial multi-stage tutorial adventure, 6 pre-generated characters to play as, and the cover which doubles as a makeshift GM screen of sorts. There's a nice little guide on basic gameplay and reminders for the GM, which will serve you well enough until you get the real screen in the actual GM kit. But that's a video for a different day. The rulebook is a slim, trim 20 pages, just enough here to get you started with the most basic rules and gameplay, which largely is fairly fast and abstract. Not too crunchy, a lot of, I guess it makes sense, go ahead do it, kind of a feel. Every time you roll a check, you grab 3 dice, 1 each from a different area on your character sheet. A power that will help you do the thing, a quality that will help you do the thing, and a status die representing the danger you're in and how your character handles it. Put the die results in order from lowest to highest, and use one of the 5 actions to determine how you interpret the middle die. Attack action, your middle die is damage. Defend, and your middle die is a one-off damage reduction for whoever you're defending, and so on. Each hero has a whole mess of advanced actions or abilities which shake these rules up, affecting multiple targets, using multiple actions at once, using different die results, and you have various elements which always ensure the situation is likely to get more and more dangerous unless the heroes do something about it. We got 6 pre-made characters who are basically the Avengers or Justice League of this world, and their former intern. On the back of each pamphlet is some lore if you want to know about your character, but if you're lazy, each character also has a pair of principles which will guide you on how to roleplay them, amongst some other mechanical stuff. And of course, they each have a collection of superpowered abilities that allows them to stand out while contributing to the group in various ways, largely bringing to mind other comic book characters you're probably already very familiar with. Your choices to play as are Super Captain America Man, the Batless Avenger, a speedy scientist, and Mr. Freeze, but good, and also there's some fire. These are the most straightforward characters to play and better represent what gameplay will be like for most character options when you eventually move on to the full game and start building your own. The other 2 have a bit more to them. Unity builds robots with their mind, which can give you additional stuff to manage, and Bunker's suit transforms into different modes, which will change some of your stats, abilities, and playstyle. It's not the worst idea to encourage any more Bambi-esque newbie players you might have at your table to play one of the other 4, or, at the very least, just don't go all the way down Bunker's and Unity's respective rabbit holes right away in the first issue. Get comfortable with the basics, start using a minion/mode or 2, and slowly ease more stuff into your repertoire. The adventure comes in the form of 6 short pamphlets made to look like issues of a comic, which is of course adorable, and you should probably be able to average 2 of these per session, give or take. One thing I really like is that issues 3, 4, and 5 can be done in any order, so you could give players a choice if you want, though preparation will certainly be easier for you if you just pick for them. The setting for the game is the same as the Sentinels of the Multiverse Card Game / Tactics and some video games, I guess, and the adventure takes place shortly after the card game's final expansion. A big multi-dimensional cosmic being far above our understanding or whatever, that kind of thing. He got whooped by the heroes, but all or a lot of the universes in the multiverse got sealed off from each other. Or maybe just some of them, I don't know. And everyone's just trying to recover, so months later we're in a time of adjusting to the new normal and, rebuilding. Things are peaceful enough, but of course not for long. So anyway, combat happens. Someone's minions are attempting to do a thing for reasons, and something's happening with the Void, a dimension of psychic energy. There was a team that was specially equipped at dealing with these types of things, so the players try to figure out what's going on while getting the old band back together. Even if you don't care much about the universe itself, which to be honest, I really don't, there still is that natural human thing to be drawn to familiarity, so even if you just played the card game a few times, you're definitely going to get something more out of this than those who didn't. Actually seeing the story and world really move forward, changing with, characters gone or replaced, evolving, familiar friendly and not so friendly faces, sometimes with new powers or abilities. However, even if you don't know Haka from a hole in the ground, you'll still get a regular stream of diverse locations, characters, villains, and situations to help keep you engaged. And a lot of you will probably want to go out and play the card game just to get more of this universe. Even if you have the core book with its full-on character creation rules, this starter kit is cheap enough to be worth getting it for the adventure and multiple extra rules reference materials. It's always good to have spare ones of those lying around, makes learning and teaching it much easier.